Shabbat Shalom. Let's try that again. Shabbat Shalom. This is the second week in the Hebrew month of Cheshvan. Cheshvan is the second month in the Hebrew year, and there are no holidays in Cheshvan, which makes the month of Cheshvan very sad, and the rabbis are very happy. But we make our own holidays, and that's why we are here tonight as the highlights, formerly known as the Lifetree Ramblers. We're rebranding. And because we're rebranding, we have these new nifty purple shirts. So I just didn't know if you noticed. The other reason that we wanted uniforms is that if we don't make it as a band, we can go and serve coffee in the social hall. So there was that double use, if you will. And it makes more sense for me to wear sneakers with these shirts. So when we dance, I don't have to dance in my heels anymore. So yeah, just know. Okay, we have some wonderful guests joining us this evening, and we are so happy to welcome tonight so many people. We have St. Francis High School. We have Naperville Central High School, students from there. We have some students from Elmhurst University. Woohoo! I'm an adjunct professor there, so they get extra credit if they come. So, yeah. And we also have some students from Wheaton College. And so we thank our docents who are going to be answering questions later this evening as well. Tonight is Veterans Weekend, and so we're honoring and blessing our veterans. We are so grateful that we are all together this evening, and it is my pleasure to invite to the Bima at this time to sanctify our Shabbat candles, Susan Schoenberg. You can follow along in the Sidurim, in the prayer books, with the blessing for the Shabbat candles, starting on page 3.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Shabbat Shalom. We continue in our Sidurim, welcoming Shabbat with the singing of Lecha Dodi. Lecha Dodi can be found in our Sidurim, in our prayer books, on page 20. When we get to the final stanza of Lecha Dodi, we're going to rise and face the rear of the sanctuary as if we are ceremonially welcoming the Sabbath bride into our midst. Page 20. trakala, bene bene Shabbat trakala, lecha lecha dodi, lecha trakala, bene bene Shabbat trakala, la 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 lecha dodi, lecha trakala, bene bene Shabbat trakala, lecha lecha dodi, lecha trakala, bene bene Shabbat trakala. We stay standing and continue in our Sederim on page 28 with Baruch Hu. Please be seated. It is my pleasure to invite to the reading stand at this time to lead us in Ma'ariv Aravim, which can be found on page 30, Calvin Schoenfield.
Baruch atah Adonai,
Melech haolam, asher bivaro Ma'ariv Aravim,
b'chokhmah poteach sha'arim, uvi'una mashanatim,
umachalif et hazmanim, umsader et hachochavim, b'mishmerotehem berakia kirtzono, borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or, uma'avir yom umevi layla, umavdil bein yom uvein layla, Adonai tzvaot shemo, El chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu leolam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai.
Ma'ariv Aravim. Everlasting love you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Yasher koach. Now tomorrow, Calvin is going to be called to the Torah as a bar mitzvah. So this was just a little warm-up, you know. Excellent job. Okay, we continue in our Sederim, in our prayer books, with the Shema, Will the congregation please rise? Pages 34 and 35. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Please be seated. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol meodecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha Vishinantam livanecha, vidibarta bam, bishivtecha bevetecha, uvlechtecha vaderech, uvshochbecha uvkumecha, ukshartam leot al yadecha, vihayu letotafot bein einecha, uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman tizkeru va'asitem et kol mitzvotai vitem kedoshim leelohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim Lehiot lachem le'Elohim, ani Adonai Elohechem. We continue on the bottom of page 39. Let's read responsively. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth. The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love. From bondage in Egypt we were delivered. At Sinai we bound ourselves to your way. Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again we overcame oppressive forces. Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed. Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea. We continue on page 40 with Mi Chamocha.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
In 6 days, God created the universe, the world, animals, people, and on the seventh day, God rested and gave us the most precious gift of the Sabbath, of Shabbat. If God can rest for one day, how much more important is it that we rest as well? And so we sing Vishamru, which can be found on page 44, remembering the holiness of Shabbat, that more than the Jewish people have kept Shabbat, Shabbat has kept the Jewish people. We come now to our congregational tefillah, which can be found in our Sidurim on page 46. Will the congregation please rise?
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, v'Koneh HaKol, V'zocher chasdei avot v'imahot, u'mevli geula livnei b'neihem, l'ma'an shemo be'ahava, melech ozer u'moshiach u'magen, Baruch atah Adonai, magen Avraham b'ezrat Sarah, atah gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayei metim atarav lehushia, Mashiv haruach u'morid hagashem, Mechalkel chayim bechesed, Mechayei metim berachamim rabim, Somech noflim verofei cholim, Umatir asurim, Umekayei Adonai, Mechaye HaMeitim. Ata kadosh shimcha kadosh, ukdoshim b'chol yom yehallelujah selah. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
Please be seated. We continue in our Siddur on page 55 at the top. Let's read responsively. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. Let's take a moment of silence and silent meditation for the thoughts and prayers of our heart on this Shabbat. We continue on page 62 with Oseh Shalom. Oseh Shalom, Bimromav. Oseh Shalom, Bimromav. Oseh Shalom, Bimromav. Oseh Shalom, Bimromav. Uyaseh, uyaseh, uyaseh Shalom. Uyaseh, uyaseh, uyaseh Shalom. Uyaseh, uyaseh, uyaseh Shalom. Aleinu. May the one who brings peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who brings peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who brings peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who brings peace bring peace down, bring peace down. Oseh Shalom, Bimromav. Oseh Shalom, Bimromav. Uyaseh, uyaseh, uyaseh Shalom. Uyaseh, uyaseh, uyaseh Shalom. Uyaseh, uyaseh, uyaseh Shalom. Aleinu. We come now to Seder Kriyat HaTorah, the service for the reading of the Torah. And I ask everyone to please rise and turn to page 249 for Al Shlosha Devarim.
Shalom.
Please be seated. So some notes to self. This microphone is plugged into nothing. Okay, good to know. Next time you come to a highlights, we'll have a sound system that includes this microphone, and until then, we don't. The second thing is, we have no monitors. No fault of anyone's own, it's just, it didn't work out. We have the monitors, they're just not plugged into anything, like the microphone. So we don't hear each other.
What?
But we've been together almost 20 years, so we know how the music goes. We do have 2 ringers tonight. We'll talk about them later. Have you noticed our new sound? It's pretty cool, huh? Yeah, I know. Can't help it. But now we get to Torah. So, this week's Torah portion is Lech Lecha, where God speaks to Abram and he commands him to Lech Lecha, to go forth from the land, from your birthplace, from your father's house, to the land which I will show you. And there, God says, Abram will be made into a great nation. So Abram and his wife Sarai, accompanied by his nephew Lot, journey to the land of Canaan, where Avram builds an altar and continues to spread the message of monotheism. A famine forces them to depart for Egypt, where beautiful Sarai is taken into Pharaoh's palace, but Abraham escapes death because they present themselves as brother and sister. Well, the plague prevents the Egyptian king from anything happening to his new wife Sarai, and Sarai convinces the king to let her return to Abram, and then they get compensated for their brother and sister Ruth. I don't know how that happened, but it did. And they leave Egypt with gold, silver, and cattle. So that's how Abram got so wealthy. He makes his fortune in Egypt. Some make it in the stock market, others make it from Egyptian pharaohs. Go figure. But we always just have gratitude when we are abundant. However, you make your own fortune. You can still find this week's reading on page 69 of the Etz Chaim commentaries. Those are the large maroon books found underneath the seat in front of you. If you are in the front row, it's going to be found underneath your seat. If you do not have a chumash underneath the seat in front of you, you can take the one in front of your neighbor's seat, or you can just share with your neighbor. Ya'amod Zelig ben Yitzchak ufegala la'aliyah ha'torah. Ta'amod Golda bat Shlomo v'simcha la'aliyah ha'torah. Ta'amod Ariel bat Yaakov likro ha'torah. Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bacha banu mikol ha'amim, ve'notan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Vayomer Adonai el Avram, let lecha ma'artzaha umimoladteha umibeit aviha el haaretz asher areha ve'esha legoy gadol va'avarecha ve'agadla shemeha v'hiyeh baraha va'avarha mevarheha umhalaha aor v'nivrahu v'ha kol mishpahot ha'adamah.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher nosa nonu Torat emet, v'chai olam nota b'tochenu. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Great job. Yes, great job. Okay. At this time in our worship service, our thoughts turn to those of our communities and families who are ill and in need of healing. This evening, we think of Rabbi Bruce Goldwasser, Alan Wolski, Jerry Reinhardt, Lila Warshawski, Len Schultzman, John Eulenberg, Connie Diltz, Andrew Beater, Freda Unaganst, Jen Gazinski, Joe Moser, Terry Bogelin, Madhu Patel, Lisa Stack, Yitzchak Yisrael Ben Daniel Vasara, Peggy McGrath, Susan Airy, Feruz Noiria, and all who suffer whom we know not by name. Misha Berach, Avotenu, Avraham, Yitzchak, V'Yaakov, Ve'imotenu, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, V'Leah, Hu Yivarech V'Repei et Kol Cholei Yisrael, Vayishlach Lahem B'imheira, Refuah Shlema, Refuah Nefesh, Refuah Guf, V'Nomar. Amen. May God, who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal all who are stricken. May the Holy One of Praise mercifully restore them to health and to vigor. May God grant them health of body, health of spirit, and of mind. And let us say, Amen. We continue with Misha Berach in your Siddur on page 253. Ya'amod David ben Yosef Yehudit Hagba Ta'amod Alana bat Ruvain Udevora Golelet. Will the congregation please rise? Vizot HaTorah Asher Samoshe Lifnei V'nei Yisrael Al Pi Adonai Biyad Moshe. Please be seated. It is my pleasure to invite to the reading stand at this time to read the prayer for Israel, Steve Fixler, and the prayer for our soldiers, Mike Sawyer.
O Heavenly One, protector and redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love. Spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fulfillment of joy for all who dwell there. And let us say, Amen.
A prayer for those serving in our armed forces. May the source of strength who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebekah, Leah, and Raquel, bless and grant fortitude to our men and women who are serving in the American and Israeli armed forces. They stand guard to protect our country and homeland. May they find inspiration in the lives of our veterans and comfort from the prayers of our community. May the Holy One, blessed be God, protect them and save them from trouble and affliction, from sickness and injury, and send blessing to all their endeavors. May God, who liberates prisoners in good health, bring forth to freedom all those who are missing and held captive. Fortify the spirit of our injured soldiers so that they may be strengthened and healed and know eternal happiness. And may the words of the prophets come to fruition through these brave souls. Sorry. They shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. Each one shall sit under the vine and make the fig tree, and under the fig tree, and none shall be afraid. O God, for the sake of all your children, for our soldiers, their families, and all innocents whose lives are made difficult by war, show us Derek, Shalom, and the path to peace. And let us say, Amen.
At this time, it is an honor for me to call forward Bruce Mayer, who will introduce a prisoner of war table ceremony.
Shabbat Shalom. As you entered the foyer this evening, you may have noticed a small table in a place of honor. It is set for one. This is our way of symbolizing the fact that our members of the military are missing from our midst. They are commonly called POWs or MIAs. We call them brothers and sisters. They are unable to be with us this evening, so we remember them. Please join me when I say remember with a response of remember. This table is set for one is small, symbolizing the frailty of one prisoner alone against his oppressors. Remember. The tablecloth is white, symbolizing the purity of their intentions to respond to their country's call to arms. Remember. The single red rose displayed in the vase reminds us of the families and loved ones of our comrades in arms who keep the faith awaiting their return. Remember. The yellow ribbon tied so prominently on the vase is reminiscent of the yellow ribbon worn upon the lapel and breast of thousands who bear witness to their unyielding determination to demand a proper accounting for our missing. Remember. The candle is lit, symbolizing the upward reach of their unconquerable spirit. Remember. The slice of lemon is on the bread plate to remind us of their bitter fate. Remember. There is salt upon the bread plate, symbolic of the family's tears as they wait. Remember.
The glass is inverted. They cannot toast with us tonight. Remember. The chair is empty. They are not here. Remember. All of you who served with them and called them comrades, who depended upon their might and aid and relied upon them, for surely they have not forsaken you. Remember. Remember. Until the day they come home. Remember.
Earlier this evening, we dedicated the David and Barbara Baruch coffee bar that had been a project in the making for many years. And David, who served in 2 different armed forces and was also on the USS Franklin back in the Navy in World War II, was generous enough to provide this coffee bar for our congregation. And so we had the Baruch coffee bar dedication. Now we're going to invite all of our veterans and those who have served in the armed forces in any way to please come to the Ark. We're going to open the Ark. We're going to bless all of our veterans. And then we are also going to do something interesting. We're going to sing a high holiday melody to putting away the Ark, Eitz Chaim Hi. You might say, why, Rabbi, are we doing a high holiday melody during a regular Shabbat service? And the answer is that earlier today, we laid to rest our very own Roy Warshawski of blessed memory. Roy started the Life Tree Ramblers with us over 18 years ago. And he actually named the band Life Tree Ramblers. We had a contest, and he won. And so one of the songs that he arranged for the choir was the Eitz Chaim Hi arrangement, and it was very important to him, very special to not only Roy, but also his family. And so we're going to honor our veterans, and then we're going to honor Roy by singing the arrangement of his song. And then we're going to stay standing, all the veterans at the Ark, while we continue with Aleinu. But first, let's have our veterans come to the Ark for a blessing, and I'm going to ask everyone to please rise. May the Almighty, who blesses those who seek justice, protect the innocent, watch over our veterans who served with honor. We are grateful for their courage, for the strength they showed in the face of danger, and for the loyalty they demonstrated to their country, their fellow soldiers, and their sacred values. May all of you be blessed with peace in your hearts, knowing that you have done your part to secure peace and freedom for others. May you find healing of any wounds, both seen and unseen, and may the light of your bravery illuminate our community and inspire future generations. May you be granted fulfillment and dignity. May you be surrounded by gratitude and love. Blessed are you, guardian of peace, who guides the protectors of our people and who strengthens those who seek a world of compassion, justice, and enduring peace. And let us say together, Amen. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha, v'yikuneka, Yisa Adonai panav elecha, v'yasem lecha shalom. vayasem lecha shalom. May God bless and keep you. May God be kind and gracious unto you. May God's countenance be lifted up unto you and grant you all the most precious gift of peace. And let us say together, Amen. We continue with putting the Torah back into the ark as we continue with Eitz Chaim Hi.
Roy, this is for you.
Page 282. Aleinu l'shabech ladon hakol, lateit gedula liotzer bereshit, shelo asanu kegoye haratzot, v'lo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam, va'anachnu korim, Umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malachei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Please be seated. V'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yihyeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad.
Good evening and Shabbat Shalom. I'm Laura Piachak, representing the Board of Directors this evening, and we have, of course, a few announcements for you. We'd like to, first of all, welcome our guests from St. Francis High School, Naperville Central High School, Elmhurst University, and Wheaton College. Welcome, and thank you. Thank you to the Baruch family for joining us for the dedication of the David and Barbara Baruch Coffee Bar. We promise to use it well. A very, very sincere thank you for all of you Jewish war veterans who came here tonight for your services to this country. Thank you to our ushers, Ed and Julie, and our security team. Thank you to the highlights for the wonderful music tonight. Mazel tov to Calvin Schoenberg and your family on becoming bar mitzvah. Join us tomorrow morning at 10:30 to celebrate Calvin being called to the Torah. Yasher Koach to Audrey Schwab for reading Torah tonight. Please note, Rabbi Kazanowski will be on sabbatical from November 27th to December 27th. So get her now while you can. Join us for a community dinner with the senior staff at Schmaltz Deli this Wednesday, November 13th. And as always, for more information on any upcoming events, please check our website or check our weekly happenings email. And again, Please join us after services for a wonderful oneg sponsored by the Schoenberg family in honor of Calvin. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. And while we're thanking everyone, I want to thank our newest members of our band, Asim on the drums. Asim is a metal drummer, and he's here tonight playing with us, so there you go. And he brought his lovely wife, who is a Jewish war veteran, and she still fits into her uniform after many years, and that's why we hate her. And Deb Zellman on clarinet. We're so thrilled that you're here. At this time in our worship service, our thoughts turn to those of our community and family whose yahrzeit we commemorate this Shabbat. We recall with tremendous love Sydney Schwartz, sister of Marilyn Wigner, Dory Schwartz, sister of Marilyn Wigner, Henrietta Gorbian, grandmother of Diane Rubicek, Milton Gorbian, father of Diane Rubicek, grandfather of Adam Rubicek, great-grandfather of Eliana Rubicek, Miriam Ben David, mother of Esther Winograd, Sam Turner, father of Mark and Leslie Turner, Charles Schifrin, father of Arnie Schifrin, Eli Mandel, father of Craig Mandel, Gertrude Rovell, grandmother of Merle Ehrlich, Leonard Mendelson, grandfather of Marcy Siegel, Seymour Holtzman, father of Linda Sarku, Lucille Winkleman, mother of Ann Stein, Stephanie Fuller, niece of Deborah Harris, Jack Teller, grandfather of Nancy Fain, Connie Farber, mother of Neil Farber, Naftali Frankel, father of Dina Fruin, Edith Pelsner, mother of Helene Frankfeder, Elizabeth Bonk, mother of Virginia Weisskopf, David Sherasheff, father of Diane Johnson, Jeffrey Cutler, brother of Susan Saltzman, Wilma Leftwich, mother of Stephen Leftwich, Ruth Jacobs, mother of George Jacobs, Donna Dansker, mother of Julie Kalwat, John Coover, father of Nicole Coover Thompson, Irving Berner, uncle of Rochelle Koenig, Albert Spenadel, brother of Joel Spenadel, uncle of Jacob and Hannah Spenadel, Martha Geller, aunt of Jamie Heisler and me, and Joseph Lorenz, nephew of Cindy Michelasi. We mourn the recent passing of Sarah Moadel, mother of Dina Walter, Bert Cohen, long-term member of Congregation Etz Chaim, Betsy Shiner, mother of Linda Pfeffer, and Roy Warshawski, husband of Lila Warshawski, and father of Sue Schroeder, Louis, and Jeffrey Warshawski. Our griefs and sympathies are mingled together as one community, and as my hand passes over the congregation, please feel free to say aloud the names of anyone in your hearts and on your mind of loved ones whose memory you would like to commemorate this evening. The Mourner's Kaddish, Kaddish Yatom, can be found in our Sidurim on page 294. Will the congregation please rise? Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'yalma divrach yirutei, v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayei uvyomei uvchayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'yizman kari v'imru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevorach, leolam olmei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach, v'yitpar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal, shmei dekudasha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tush bechata v'nechemata, da'amiran v'imru amen. Yehi shlama Rabbah min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Osei shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn, and comfort to all who are bereaved among us, as we say together, amen. We stay standing for our closing song, Adama V'Shamayim, and the reason we're standing is because it's time to dance. And so those who care to dance with me, please please feel free to do so at this time.
Adama v'shamayim, chom ha'esh tzlil hamayim, ani margish zor begufi, beruchi v'nishmati. Adama
Well, I had to make sure they got me back to the front at least. Well done. May all of us be blessed with the love, with unity, with protection, with all the things that make this country great, that make this community great. And may all of us be blessed. And let us say together, Amen. Shabbat Shalom. So now you can be seated. We're going to do Kiddush and Motzi together. And it is my pleasure to invite to the bima. We're going to go right to the front of the bima. Nice and awkward, nothing in front of us. All of the Schoenberg family. So if you have Schoenberg in your name, or if you are related to a Schoenberg, you have to come up here, stand here, or not. Stanley, you hold that? Yeah? Okay, here we go. We're going to do Kiddush together. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Asher Kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kadsho b'ahavahu ratzon hinchilanu zikaron limahase v'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikrae kodesh zecher letziat mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta v'yotanu kidashta mikol hamim v'shabbat kodshecha b'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat. Amen. L'chaim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'tei avon. B'tei avon, everyone. Let's go into the social hall and have a nice cookie.